Tell me when I'm live.
You are.
Hey y'all, it's Tammy with Collard Valley Cooks. Now my dogs are gonna bark. Today I have had the most awesome day. I got my new refrigerator and my new stove yesterday. I got a new moo-moo today. I got two. What, Chris? And so I'm excited. So this is our new refrigerator. Praise the Lord, I can see everything that's in it. I can see all my vegetables that I need to cook. I've got a meat drawer. I really like it. It's got big pockets in the door to fill up, for me to use stuff. And we didn't get ice maker and stuff in the door, but it does have a water dispenser. And I will show y'all about this refrigerator later, but I want y'all to see the nice ice beam that it has too. So I really like it. So far, so good. Okay, new stove. Cooking on it tonight. We have a KitchenAid. It has 5 burners. We have 2 large ones on the front, an extra large there, and then a large one here. What I liked about this stove, I don't like the oblong burners because they do release a lot of heat into the house. I like the regular burners, so now I've got 5 burners on my stove. It vents out the back. That handle's really hot because it was over the vent. Because we've got the oven preheated, we're about to make mac and cheese. Let's get started, okay? I've got macaroni already done. We're gonna pour it in this bowl and we're gonna mix up mac and cheese. Now I'm gonna do it a little different than I normally would because I don't have a bunch of shredded cheese. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, you're really not supposed to use butter in mac and cheese because it makes these slippery and then the cheese don't cling to it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray the bottom of this dish. Chris, you might want to come on this side, baby. I'm going to spray the bottom of the dish, and we're going to put some macaroni in it. And I'm going to take the cheese this is cheddar, and I'm just going to lay it on it. This is a little cheddar that I had in the fridge. Tonight, I'm cooking what I got since I had to clean out my fridge, okay? So I'm not going to go the extra mile and get stuff. Look, this is processed, yes, sliced cheese. Some of y'all gonna frown about that. But you know what? My kids eat it. We eat grilled cheese. So we're not gonna pretend like we don't just because we're on a show, okay? I'm sure your mama, more than likely, gave you Kraft American cheese. I know my mama did, y'all. I know my mama did.
If you could afford it.
If you can afford it. Yeah, you can afford sliced American cheese for sure. All right, we're going to put 2 layers on here. This is Colby Jack. So now we've got some Kraft going on in here. We got cheddar going on in here. And now we got Colby Jack going on in here. So whatever you got in the refrigerator, use it. I'm going to make 2 layers. And it's just going to melt down in the mac. And like I said, this is salty already. This cheese is. So it's really, and I salted the pasta while I was cooking it. Now we're going to put the rest of the macaroni on the top. Talk about easy. And we're going to put, I think I'm going to put 2 slices of this and then the rest American because my kids like just plain old mac and cheese, So let's put these in the middle, and then we'll put the American around them.
We have not added, somebody asked if we've added anything else because they just got on
No.
there. We haven't added.
Most people think you got to put a bunch of butter in it, and let me say this, y'all zoom in to me, baby. If you put butter all in your mac and cheese, you might think it tastes good, but it pulls the cheese away from the macaroni. Because cheese has already got a lot of grease in it. I'm very hoarse tonight. So Just keep that in mind, okay?
And we didn't make like a gravy and, all
No.
that stuff. This is just
thrown together mac
Yeah.
and cheese for tonight.
We do have a recipe where we make a roux and put the cheese.
Of course we do.
All that
We
stuff.
have a roux recipe,
Yeah.
and we also have a recipe where we use the Mexican queso cheese. We have a recipe where you use pepper jack cheese.
We got several
There's
different.
all different kinds of ways to make mac and cheese.
You can't hardly mess up mac and cheese.
Well, no, pasta and cheese.
Yeah.
All right, watch. I'm gonna add a little bit of evaporated milk. Baby, will you turn around and close that refrigerator? That refrigerator's not closing easy, y'all. I will say that about it. So now I'm just gonna pour in some evaporated milk. I put about a half can in there. All right. And now I'm gonna put a little butter on the top with some breadcrumbs. Let me see if I got some. I got wheat panko. Can I do that, or do you want me to, Chris?
It don't matter to me.
Or we can use a few Ritz on top, make it pretty. And as soon as we get this in the oven, we're gonna start frying up some chicken, so you don't wanna tune away.
Somebody asked if you could use regular milk.
Of course you can.
Use anything.
You can use any kind of cheese you want, any kind of milk you want. The kids are gonna eat it, I guarantee it. Right, Chris? So I'm just putting some crackers on the top for fun, okay? The main reason I'm doing it is because I want to put a little bit of butter on it, and I don't want the butter to sliding all down into my pasta until it gets coated. I want it to get coated with cheese before the butter starts melting all over it, okay? So I'm just taking some butter.
This is why we don't eat mac and cheese very often.
Why? Because it's bad for you.
Yeah.
It's a starch. I was actually going to do cream potatoes, and Chris went, "You're making cream potatoes and mac and cheese?" Because that's something we don't ever do. And I said, "No, I won't do that." So I'm showing you how to cook like Mama did tonight. This is what Mama would have done if she didn't have the stuff to do it the other way.
Somebody asked if we used the waterless cookware to do the pasta. We did.
Yes, we
Yeah,
did. This is it right here.
Yeah, that's the pan she used.
Yeah, I'm letting it cool down. I'm going to put it in my sink because my sink is white. Now, right quick, I am going to pick up, that's part of being live with us. But wait, let me get my squash started first. Let's start the squash. So I've already washed it. Now, this squash is just going to be stewed squash. And you can see right here in our cookbook behind me that it's stewed summer squash. Pretty simple. Squash, salt, pepper, butter, water. That's it. Oh,
And hopefully we'll be getting squash soon out of the garden.
we got a bunch of baby ones out there. We have baby squash. We have baby peppers, tomatoes. What else do we have? We don't have any peas or nothing yet.
No.
I'm going to take the neck off of these first. Now, I did plant, not crook neck. Crook neck, curves more and the neck is real skinny. And I like to eat the neck more than I like to eat the seeded part. So I buy long neck squash, and that's what this is. Not crook neck.
Somebody asked what waterless cookware is. It's just a stainless steel cookware that has a vent, special lid on the top of it. There's several different brands, but the main thing is that it's stainless steel.
All right, we're going to take this to the sink, put some water in it. Now, I didn't cut up all that squash because nobody's going to eat it but me and Chris, and I don't like to cook more than what we're going to eat, okay? Because I could use that squash doing something else with it, even if it's just nothing but a salad. So we're going to turn this on in our new stove. I'm excited tonight to get to cook with my new cookware. I mean, not cookware, but my new stove. So I'm going to put that one. It's a pretty big one, and I'm trying to rush this a little bit. So that'll be good. I'm going to put a lid on it so that it comes to a boil quicker. And then we're going to jump right here, and we're going to turn on this oil.
Somebody asked the temp that we did the pasta.
While this is preheating, I'm gonna clean this up and I can talk about that.
Yeah.
The tip you did the pasta on.
Yeah, I guess she just wants to know what you.
Do you want to know what I'm baking it at? I'm baking at 375 degrees.
Oh, okay,
I
375.
guess that's what you're wanting to know.
Well, I think.
Yeah. Because, I just boiled the pasta just like the package directions. But then, you got to stick in the oven. I'm sure that's what she's asking.
Must be.
All right, so we got to put our Colby Jack back in the bag. Get all this trash up so we can make a plate in a minute and my kitchen don't look like a tornado hit it. Okay?
Yeah, sometimes we put a little onion in our stewed squash. Somebody asked about that.
Yes, but I actually like it without it more. I know, I'm different, I'm weird, but that's just me. One thing I like about this is it's got enough for me to put all the dairy in one side. All my sour cream and my cheese and my margarine and all my milk. I just love it. And I love being able to open the refrigerator and tell what I've got. I do. The older I get, the better, much better that is for me. What in the world was that?
The door for the pantry.
Oh,
I touched it.
oh, it sounded like something crying.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we're going to start this chicken. Now, y'all know that we have a fried chicken tender recipe in our first volume cookbook. Both of these recipes on the stove are in the first volume. And I can move that, Chris. And it's not even hot yet. So anyway, we're going to use this recipe to do our tenders. Well, our nuggets. These are small nuggets. What happened is I made chicken francais a couple of nights ago. And I had the end pieces left because I made pretty nice slices for the presentation. So all my leftover chicken, which was all breast meat with a little fat, I cut the fat off of it and made tenders. Okay, so you're going to use 1.5 cups of self-rising flour. You're going to have your chicken out at room temperature for at least 30 minutes in your whole buttermilk. I do not use buttermilk when I'm deep frying bone-in chicken or making bone-in, but when I'm doing tenders and nuggets, I use buttermilk, okay? There's a big difference. Why? Because bone-in chicken takes longer to cook. Here's us some ranch dressing mix. We're going to put a tablespoon and a half of Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning. You can get that at Walmart, okay? Now we're going to put a whole teaspoon of pepper. We're going to put in 1.5 teaspoons of salt. We're going to put in 2 teaspoons of paprika. And this makes the best chicken batter ever. And that's it. Now, bone-in chicken's completely different. I don't put that's not the mix we use for bone-in chicken. We use Chris's recipe seasoning mix. It's different. Cooks longer and the flavors are different. Yeah, we use an egg wash with milk, regular milk, and then we use a seasoning with a little cayenne. It's a little different. We don't have to put ranch in it either. Now, I do have a recipe. I mean, you can always make it that way. I think I got a video.
Yeah, we have a buttermilk one too, I think.
Yeah. But when you fry buttermilk, when you fry bone-in chicken with buttermilk, it does get your chicken really dark. Actually, my cousin's got a restaurant, and he started frying bone-in chicken, and he called us, and he goes, "What's going on? My chicken's getting too dark." And I said, "Are you soaking it and using buttermilk for your wash?" And he said, "Yes." I said, "Change it to egg wash, and it'll be beautiful." And he said it worked. So it makes a big difference. We got to wait for this to get hot enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these little nuggets, and we're going to put it in there. And then when it starts to float and sizzle, you can drop the rest of it. The problem that most people make when they're frying anything is they put it in there before the grease gets good and hot. Now, this is a new stove.
So it ain't going to be hot.
And we just got to wait.
Yeah.
Now with gas, I love it, but it's much slower than electric. Okay?
Heather C.
To
says
cook.
her cooking has come a long way since she started watching your channel.
Oh, how sweet. Thank
Okay.
you, Deborah.
And she gave us $5 on it.
Awesome.
Her cooking must have really come a long way.
Yeah.
She wants to give us $5.
Well, I know some of y'all probably think, well, that woman's got on a moo-moo. I can guarantee you one thing, too. And a lot of y'all probably think, well, my husband would hate it if I put on a moo-moo. If you can cook good, he won't care if you wear a moo-moo.
He'll be okay with the house dress.
He sure will. Why am I wearing a house dress? Because my granny always did. My mama really did. My granny wore real dresses more than house dresses, but my mama, Howard, Lord, she always had on a moo-moo.
I'm showing them the
Mac and cheese.
up close. Not just the stove in
The
general.
stove, look, it's got a light. Let's turn it on.
What? On the, yep, it's cooking.
Sure is.
While we're waiting on that to heat up, I'm gonna wash this boiler. I call them boilers. I don't know what y'all call them. But Mama would always say, hand me a boiler. We didn't never say pot.
I guess cause you boil stuff in it.
And that's, no matter what we picked up, it was a boiler unless it was a skillet. You know what I mean? And let me say this, where I grew up, butter was margarine or butter, whatever you got out of the refrigerator. Another thing, sweet milk was regular milk, buttermilk was buttermilk, and it made a difference. So that's what we used for words. Another thing Mama would say is, I was thinking of something else. Now I can't think of it. I have to give me a minute, I'm old.
She'd say, Tammy, get out from under me.
Yeah, she did say that a lot. I stayed right up under my mama. I was one of those kids that whined a lot and hung and clung to my mama, but maybe that's why I know how to cook.
Maybe. That little piece is starting to
Get hot,
get hot.
good.
So, but
Well,
we'll-
I'm gonna wait, because once I start dropping it, it's gonna be cold, but I do need to go ahead and start putting it in the flour, don't I? Getting it ready.
yep.
I was gonna tell them another good saying, and I can't even think of it. Crazy.
I don't know. Don't count your chickens before they hatch.
No, I mean words that we use,
Oh,
that some people don't. All right. Now, what I think I'm gonna do, because these are nuggets, is I'm not gonna try to individually pick up every nugget and bread it. You know what I'm gonna do? Use a gallon-sized bag. So I'm going to throw this flour down in this bag, this batter we just made.
that.
Do what?
I said, how about that?
Yep.
Doing something different.
And then we're gonna pick these nuggets up and put them in there. And I don't wanna put all this buttermilk in there with them.
Somebody said their mama called white bread light bread. Mine did that too.
Can you just take that off? It may not be hot, Chris.
I ain't gonna take a chance.
We don't want to get burnt, y'all.
No reason to get burnt when you don't have to.
Well, we ate white bread. That's all we ate. We didn't eat wheat bread. We ate colonial white bread. What flavor did y'all have, Chris? Brand.
I think we ate colonial too.
We ate colonial white bread.
I believe we did. I can't remember what the other one was. There was two brands, colonial, and then there was another brand.
Sunbeam.
No,
Yes, it
it was
was.
something like we had Sunbeam, but we had another kind.
All right, y'all. I
You
gotta
got
get
water
careful.
on your hands. You're
I
gonna have to dry
know.
your hands.
I think somehow I splashed it. All right, now we're gonna shake these. And it takes a minute to shake them now because there was a good bit of moisture in them.
Randy
Alright.
Miller says he's watching them while he's doing his chemo treatments.
Oh.
I don't know if that's I'll have to go back. Is
That is a
Randy-
rough thing to do. I know that. I've been there and
I
done
don't
it.
know if Randy's a man or a woman. I know some women named Randy, but anyway,
Well, We're
helping them
sorry
keep
you're
their
having to do that,
helping
but-
them keep their appetite up.
We're sorry you're having to do that, but I can guarantee you one thing, it saves lives too.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it when people give me, one thing a cancer patient hates more than anything, I'll say this, is to have people go, there's a cure for cancer. And they just don't tell us because they want to make money on chemo. That makes a cancer patient really mad. You just wait. When you get cancer, you'll change your attitude and you'll take that chemo. Now, if you're old as the hills and you know your body ain't going to be able to take it, that's one thing. But when you're young, like I was at 40 years old, you welcome it, don't you, Chris?
Mm-hmm. You know it's what's going to keep you alive.
And they've got drugs now that makes it much easier than it used to be. I hardly ever I was down for about 3 days, I guess, after treatment. All right, I think that's good. We'll do 2 batches. And I really want this, let me turn this down, simmer. Did it go off? Almost.
Sounded like it. Learning how to use your stove, or oven, and stove.
Okay. All we gotta do to the squash is put some butter in it and smash it, and that's it. It won't take long at all. So while we're here, this is a Bosch dishwasher. We had it put in after we moved in because I love Bosch. No, I don't, I'm not affiliated with Bosch or KitchenAid or GE for my refrigerator. It's just what I chose. Just what I chose. I did the GE because it was counter depth with a ice maker in the bottom. And if y'all need one and you want me to recommend it, give me a couple of weeks and let's make sure that I like all of it. Okay?
Julie Parker gave us, I'm kind of confused. It says, she said $25, thanks for your sharing your recipes. It says $1.99.
Well,
But she
thank
thinks it's worth $25.
Julie always sends me stuff and she makes me
She
feel
always
guilty.
does.
She does. She makes me feel guilty.
Send us all
Because
kind of stuff.
she sends me all kind of goodies in the mail and stuff. And I love you, Julie, but I love you no matter what. You don't have to give me anything, and I'll still love you. God has been good to me and Chris, and we're blessed. I will say that. And he has blessed Collard Valley Cooks. All right.
Somebody asked where the dogs are.
I put them up tonight because we're frying chicken,
Tammy Beck says, where are the dogs?
and I knew they'd be right up under my feet smelling that chicken.
Yeah, they get excited when we make chicken.
And then sometimes I get mad at them because I almost step on them, and then they get mad at me, and I'm like, look, you're going to get under my feet. So I just omitted it all tonight.
It's hard to get along.
Put them in their little crates.
Mhm.
They have crates that they stay in. They actually love their crate. They actually ask to go to their crate in the morning and at night because they're so used to it. I didn't time these.
You did.
Huh?
Said, well,
I don't think it's been in there that long.
no.
They're not brown yet, that's for sure. All right, you don't really need to.
I think
I
they've
don't
been in there
think you-
about 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, I think about 8 minutes would be max, 8 to 10.
That'd be
Sorry
quick.
how big your nuggets are. But nuggets are gonna cook a lot quicker than,
Tenders or breasts, yeah.
we're gonna put them on this when we're done. And I really just need the salt and pepper for the squash now, so we'll move it over here.
Somebody asked for the web address. The web address is www.collardvalleycooks.com, and there's
That's
all.
not right, baby.
What?
You said dot. You gave them one extra dot. It's www.
Collar Valley
No.
Cooks.
www.collardvalleycooks.com. There's only one dot.
Really?
Yes, baby, there's only
Well,
one dot.
So all you people on YouTube that I've ever gave the address to, I've give it wrong.
Don't you just copy paste it? Or do you
No,
type it in?
I put www.collarvalleycooks.com.
No, it's www. Well, maybe.
Every www has a dot after it.
Y'all, we're confused. I'm
I'm
old.
not-
I can't. I don't
I'm
know.
not confused. So y'all,
Y'all just go to your Google search and type in Color Valley Cooks and it's gonna pull right up. How's that?
yeah, there you go.
Lord have mercy.
Those
Look at
good.
them good chicken nuggets.
They look like fried shrimp,
Bark,
don't
bark,
they?
bark. Let's get this one out. It's way
Yeah, I'd say
overdone.
that original one. Good and done.
www. Let's see. I lost my mind.
Tammy, all www has a dot after it.
It does have a dot after it.
Of course it does.
Well, I just type it all the time.
Somebody asked
www.collardvalleycooks.com.
about the third cookbook, and they asked about shipping. Our shipping, I think, has been pretty good lately, even with the COVID stuff. I don't think it has affected.
The shipping is free, but it is media mail.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want it quicker than, let's say, 6 to 10 days, then you better pay extra for shipping.
I just wait the
But
extra days.
nobody ever pays extra for
Nah.
shipping. They just wait on it.
It's pretty good. It hadn't been that bad.
Matter of fact, let me say this. I want to say that someone sent us cash in the mail for a cookbook. Now, they did not put their name, but the address was on the envelope, but I ripped the address. If you send us $20 cash, now I don't know if you're telling me the truth or not, because I know what city and state it was in,
Uh-huh.
and I'm not going to tell you
Not
that.
gonna trick us.
So if you sent me $20 in cash, please email me, or email us.
Let us know.
Um,
Send us another letter.
Now, our email is without an S.com. But please email us and let us know who you are so I can send you your cookbook.
Number 3 is not out. The third cookbook is not out yet. We still are getting it.
I think these are ready, don't you?
Probably.
You want me to leave them in there longer?
I'm not sure they're ready.
You know they'll be tough.
You check one. Take
Y'all, chicken gets tough. I'm taking it out. Now this is on the high setting. So the other eye over there with the squash is actually a little bigger. So the next time I do nuggets, I may actually use the bigger eye. Because I could use them to be a little bit brown, but look, these always fry up light.
Because you don't cook them that long.
Because you
they're
don't cook them that long because they're little, just like Chick-fil-A. This is not Chick-fil-A, but their nuggets are small. And when they're small, you can't overcook them.
It's better than Chick-fil-A.
Chris is not. My kids love Chick-fil-A. Matter of fact, we've got some Chick-fil-A sauce in the house that they're going to use to eat these nuggets with.
Not me. I'm going to use my barbecue sauce.
I like honey mustard. I have a really good honey mustard recipe in the cookbook, in the volume. I don't even know what volume that's in. Y'all, I can't think good tonight. But now our niece is working on volume 3, and we're hoping that she gets it to us very soon so we can start publishing.
She's proofreading it.
So we're dropping these. This time I'm timing them.
Yep.
I was talking a while ago. All right. The timer on this thing says cook time. And I'm going to say,
You want me to do it since she's handling the chicken?
no, I'm fine. 3, start. I've got flour all over my hands.
Oh.
I know I'm handling the chicken, but I'm going to wash my stove.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I got me some New Clean Freak washing stuff.
Yep. It's got bleach in it, don't it?
Holy smokes!
Cut everything off.
I surely did. Bake. 3, 7, 5, start. Okay, let me say this. When we were on that show with Family Food Fight with ABC, they had this kind of thing.
Oh,
And when it would get really, really hot,
it'd just go off.
it would go off.
Yeah. You'd have no idea.
So I have no idea. I may actually, this might drive me crazy, having a touch. Did you see what just happened? All I did is wipe that off. So remember, if you get one of these stoves, don't wipe it off till you're done cooking.
Don't try to clean it.
Look, this is the first day I cooked in this stove. In the oven and on the stove. Yesterday I didn't cook. I was in a tizzy mood all day. All right, let's see. Let's take a bite. Woo!
Hot.
Hot and good. Good and hot. All right, let's smash things out. Turn them off. I'm gonna drain them.
Somebody said you look like Lucille Ball. Well, Lucille Ball is a beautiful woman.
She sure was. I ain't as pretty as Lucille Ball, but I'll take it.
Sure you are.
All right, let's put some pepper on these. Some salt. And I always use salted butter in everything I do, okay? And then butter.
And the biggest thing about having this stove is that it goes.
That's a good bit of butter, ain't it?
Yep. When you cut
Too much. We'll eat it.
When you cut the gas off, it don't stay hot like that electric stove we had. So we can actually set the stuff back on the, back on the eye, and you don't have to worry about it getting burnt to death. That drove us crazy.
Oh yeah, the electric you mean?
Yeah.
Because it stays so hot. Yes, Lord.
Pat Red says,
I
"Give
turned
me a
that off
holler
again.
and make my day." How'd you do that?
Well, I thought I was turning off the oven, and apparently it turned off doggone the timer. Lord, these electronics, y'all, I got to get used to them. Let's smash this up. Now, I just take my summer squash and I smash it. This is a potato masher, okay? Just an old-fashioned potato masher like Mama had 10 years ago. They still work just as good.
And we eat squash every kind. Once the garden starts coming in, we have steamed squash,
Yeah.
stewed squash, fried squash,
Ribbon squash.
every kind of squash we can.
I love it. And we like it better like that than we do in a casserole. I'm a vegetable nut, so when I eat vegetables, I like just the vegetables. Delish! That's going to be delicious, y'all. Just like that. And it don't take onion to make it delicious. It's delicious just like it is if you like squash. All right, let's turn this around and get the rest of this chicken out here. We're going to get out our mac and cheese and we're going to have a plate made.
Sharon Nix asked if the oven is electric.
The oven is gas. What in the world's going on? We getting a warning?
That's an Amber Alert.
Oh. We got an Amber Alert going, y'all. Y'all probably getting it too if y'all are from our area.
We had to have a gas line put in. We had to get propane gas
Yeah, it's a propane tank outside.
and have it installed so we could have a gas stove.
Yeah, all we got is this stove in the whole house.
Yeah.
It's gas.
Propane.
It's sitting right outside this stove right here on the other side of the house. Look at them good old nuggets, y'all. Them some good looking nuggets, ain't they?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get out our mac and cheese. Chris looks after me, y'all. He's the best husband in the world.
I'll cut the eye off.
He does. He is the best husband in the world. If something ever happened to him, I'm not interested in. Nobody could compare to my man. I know they could. All right, y'all ready? We're gonna get out the mac and cheese.
Susan Hatcher says we should try our squash with what did you say, Susan? A little shredded mozzarella on it. That sounds good.
Yeah. Don't but we're having mac and cheese.
Yeah. Oh, well, she don't mean now. She
Oh.
just means one day.
One day.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people put cheese in a lot of different stuff.
Mhm.
Chris is not big on cheese. Are you, Chris?
No. But I mean, if you roasted it, the cheese, I'd probably
Yeah.
a little bit of cheese.
All right, let's see what this mac and cheese looks like. I've never made it that way, but I know you can. Why not? Let's see. Let me get me a spoon. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
To check it out.
Is it melted?
Yeah,
Are you trying to mix it up in there?
yeah, a little bit.
Where do you get your house dress? Where'd you get your?
I'll put a link on the description post because this is a new house dress and it's so pretty and it's thick, and it's thick and it's quality. I was afraid of what I would get, but it's really nice quality. So I'll give y'all a link to it. All right, here's the nuggets. Oh, we got the dark one.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, you gonna eat that much?
Sure.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
A squash. It's not a colorful plate.
Nope, it's a yellow plate.
It's a plate of food that
It's good though.
stuff we already had in the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are like, that's kind of stuff bothers them because I have a show. But more than anything, I have a show. But y'all are just in the house with us, so y'all are gonna. In other words, we don't cater our show like stage it. We just make whatever. Okay.
This is what we had to eat.
Yep. So this looks good to me. Let's try it. I'm gonna let you try it.
Okay.
They've seen enough of me and heard enough of me tonight.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. Get you a fork, baby.
I'm interested in trying that.
It's pretty stove, ain't it, y'all? But I gotta get used to it. I really do.
Interested in trying this mac and cheese. Get all that stuff.
Sorry I went so fast. I swirled around here like a lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get burnt.
Oh, I'm not going to. You don't have to worry about that. I don't care how many people are watching. I'm not going to burn my mouth. That's good. That's good with the crackers.
I bet it's good. Y'all want to see it up close?
Okay.
So you can just throw stuff together. You don't have to have a recipe. I didn't use a recipe, y'all. I just threw it together. Not for the mac and cheese. How's the chicken, baby?
Good. I'm going to get me some of my barbecue sauce out.
Carol says she made chocolate pudding in the microwave and it was wonderful. Yep, once you do that, you never go back to the stovetop.
I'm ready to eat for real.
He's ready to eat. We got to go. Get out of here.
Let's turn that camera around.
All right, we're going to eat while this mac and cheese is nice and stringy. Y'all have a great day and thanks for watching Colored Valley Cooks, where we cook like Mama did. Now hit that like button and I'll put a link to this on my description post. Bye, love ya.